wherein your problems are being heard, where your daughters or your family members' problems are personalized, that's when the cable operator becomes a lot more relevant. And we realized that in Amphan. In Amphan, people were unable to reach out to call centers because nothing was working, right? You had to get hold of someone physically. And the cable operators were always 2 lanes away. People who had to work from home, people whose children had to be, whose classes were going on online, they had to reach out to the cable operator, and the cable operator responded. Because where would he go? He's your neighbor. He's also a friend maybe. So you have to keep them alive in the system. Today when we choose a telco over a cable operator, we forget that this guy is from the community. And this guy is as much part of the pada or the locality you stay in as you are. And he will always be there to provide you the service. It is much like the grocery store that you have in the surroundings. So today, we want to appeal to the people around that keep them relevant. Give them some business so they are around for you to always toggle. For you to always, whenever you have an issue, the elderly in the family wait for the children to come back and then call to the call center. The cable operator and speak to them in their colloquial language, chole asho, amar ekta kharab hoyeche, thik kore dao. If we all move to the more sophisticated and the complex services, you may not have this touch. And they will all try and churn you for money. A cable operator, it may sound weird, would charge differently back in the day. It cannot, because it would realize that what your requirements were. They would be your personal, you can say they would customize your service even back in the day. Telling you that, okay, you're just an elderly at home, you don't need these channels. Or I know you will not be able to afford a higher pack, pay us whatever you can. So that needs to still stay in the system for the future generations.
খুব বেশি দিন যদিও হয়নি, বাট আমাদের ব্র্যান্ডের স্ট্রেংথ, কাস্টমারের ট্রাস্ট আর আমাদের ভ্যালু চেইনে যারা স্টেক হোল্ডার্স আছে তাদের ট্রাস্টের জন্য একটা খুব শর্ট স্প্যান অফ টাইমে আমরা ট্রিমেন্ডাস সাকসেস পেয়েছি অ্যাজ ফার অ্যাজ ব্রডব্যান্ড অ্যাজ আ বিজনেস ইজ কনসার্ন। We thought that আমরা heavily marketing by heavily into advertising, we were not there, but we were very silently working with our strong points, which is the huge business partners network that we have in Kolkata and the rest of Bengal. তাছাড়া আমাদের সার্ভিসেস অলমোস্ট ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের 90% পিনকোডসে অ্যাভেলেবল আছে। এই প্রত্যেকটা জায়গায় যখন আমাদের এক্সটেনশন আমাদের বিজনেস partners already available আছে, so we thought of leveraging that and starting off with the broadband business some time back. But the strengths which I mentioned, it is because of that we got a humongous success. So we thought, why not announce it now? Along with that, there are future plans like what he just now elaborated, Ankit just now elaborated. Way forward, the business or the needs of the people are going to change dramatically. What happens is, between the need of the people and the ones who are wanting to fulfill that need, there is always a gap for most of the operators, which is a challenge. But for us, that is the biggest strength. Because in between, we have our network partners who are called the cable or broadband operators. So leveraging them, we have been providing all our services. Leveraging them, we will be providing the services way forward as well. If you wish to
Anuj Thakur, pardon me. This is Mr. Ankit Agarwal, and this is Mr. Mithun Chatterjee. Okay. This is the GTPL KCBPL. Please see this carefully. There's no hyphen, there's no underscore, it is all one. Alright, GTPL, KCBPL. It is their press conference, and the Conjun will now just introduce everything.
So basically, we are in the broadband segment, but going forward, we are going to rebrand our broadband strategy and our services. And the way we go about it, the press conference is basically today regarding the same. And for that, we have our eminent, thank you, over to you.
Past 15 odd years, we've been in the cable space through our cable operators. So all of you must have at some point used our cable. Some of you may be now only using a broadband service or looking to change the way you get entertained. The relevance of a cable operator has changed. But don't you miss the interaction you had with him? the kind of relationship you had where you didn't have to call a call center. You could call him by his darknam, call him whenever you wanted at night, in the morning. And we realized that this entire relation was changing. So we are now coming up with all sorts of services that will define your new entertainment needs, your use for internet, your usage for calling, a combined service wherein the cable operator will become the digital superman. He will not only remain a cable operator who you call when your cable TV is not working, but if you require a system, a software, your son requires an editing software, or you require, a tally, you would be able to call the cable operator and he'll provide you with all sorts of services. He will be the one giving you internet, he will be the one giving you CCTV facility, he will give you OTT bouquets, everything that you need, which you earlier could get from a cable TV operator, would again be redefined. And that's what we as GTPL want to re-emphasize, that a relationship is very important. The way you are now probably using a multinational service, there is no connect. You don't even know who's the owner of that service, or you can't reach out to the owner. So we are trying to